we can change the world. And I believe that change begins with you and me.
Since their inception, our military forces have had an absolute ban on homosexuals. Now, a decorated Air Force sergeant who has had 3 tours in Vietnam is going to court to challenge that ban. On March 6, Sergeant Leonard Matlovich disclosed to a supervising officer at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia that he was a homosexual and wanted to stay in the Air Force. Last week, the Air Force moved to discharge him, and Matlovich, with a team of lawyers, plans this as a classic test case, if necessary, all the way to the Supreme Court. Today, Jed Duvall asked the 31-year-old sergeant about his decision to disclose his homosexuality.
It used to just tear me apart on the inside when I, in conversations, hear people say that, you know, we're discharging this queer or that queer. I had to come forward and say, no more America.
It turned out to be a history-making decision.
Matlovich helped America learn to talk about homosexuality. He was a decorated Vietnam veteran who decided to challenge the military regulation against gays in uniform.
I was tired of coming to work every day fearing losing my job.
In the process, he brought homosexuality into the open in a manner and volume not known before in America.
Gay people, regardless of what their walk of life, school teachers, whatever, are American citizens, and they deserve the same rights as every other person in this country.
The Air Force put Sergeant Matlovich on trial 12 years ago. Time put him on its cover.
There's no medical grounds whatsoever now which the armed forces can discriminate against us. So it just has to be strictly prejudice and discrimination.
The sergeant's plea to the... Matlovich lost at court-martial and was thrown out of the Air Force.
It was my personal loss, but it's going to be our victory.
But there are countless gays in military uniform, and it turned out, clerical, police, football, baseball, and every other uniform there is. Gay Sergeant Matlovich, you see, taking the stand not so much in defense of his homosexuality, but in explanation of it, brought a lot of guys out of the closet.
Maybe not in my lifetime, but we are going to win in the end.
Their rules just don't apply. Who are they?
And I want you to look at our flag, our rainbow flag, and I want you to look at it with pride in your heart. Because we still have a dream. And what is our dream? Ours is more than an American dream. It's a universal dream. Because in South Africa, we're black and white. In Northern Ireland, we're Protestant and Catholic. And in Israel, we're Jew and Muslim. And our mission is to reach out and teach people to love and not to hate.
Leonard Matlovich has died in California. He was a veteran of Vietnam, the Bronze Star for bravery and a Purple Heart. In 1975, nonetheless, he was given a dishonorable discharge from the Air Force after acknowledging publicly that he was a homosexual. For several years, he fought for an honorable discharge, and he finally won. And he fought as well for gay rights and the rights of those with AIDS. And he has died of AIDS. He was 44, and he was determined that people would remember. He will be buried in Washington, D.C., and his chosen epitaph is already on his gravestone. When I was in the military, they gave me a medal for killing 2 men and a discharge for loving 1.
I believe that we can change the world. And I do believe that change begins